Hello everyone, welcome to Social Factory video series about international projects. My name is Enes Bahadır. I am project coordinator of the Social Factory, and we have here now Margot, our lovely volunteer. She was here for a while. I would like to ask her to introduce herself.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Margot. I'm 18 years old. I came from Ukraine. And I came for a long-term volunteering project, I think till spring. Yeah.
Welcome, Margot. It's been a two months here that you started your volunteering. And I would like to ask very beginning of your project, how it started when we tell you will be the volunteer here. What was the first ideas came up your mind? What was your fears? Has any of them occurred, or how you get through them?
To be honest, that was kind of spontaneous decision to become a part of this project. I just saw like a lot of information about international projects, and I just decided to apply randomly, and I chose Turkey because it's like very close to my heart country. And I decided to try how it's inside the atmosphere, what's the concept of the project, what the skills or friendships that will bring me, and like most important is new language, new knowledge. Also, like I will deep into the culture, like by going to kindergartens, because I've never been to Turkish schools, kindergartens, and didn't interact with people. Yeah, so at first it started very spontaneously. Once I came, I didn't know anyone, I didn't know the language and people, and I started to get to know new volunteers, the team, and then everything was very light and easygoing. So yeah, it was a very pleasure experience at first. So
So thank you. Actually, as I understand, because of your international experience, you were already familiar with the concept. So mostly was positive feeling than fears or some kind of negatives. So anyway, I would like to ask also, what has changed in your mindset when you come here? First of all, was it your first time in Turkey?
Now I fled from Ukraine to Turkey, and I spent almost 3 months in Turkey. I've been in Istanbul and other cities, and I was living here as a displaced person. And then when I get back, I promised to myself that I will get back to Turkey and to help, to volunteer people, because once I fled from Ukraine, a lot of Turkish people helped me, were very welcoming. And I was very surprised by their hospitality, and their also service in restaurants and cafes. They were on the highest level I've ever seen. So yeah, and people even though they don't know English, they will do everything possible and impossible to help you, through Google Translate, Google Map, everything. They will lead you to the place, because first time when I arrived, I was kind of lost, and my European roaming didn't work here, and it was very hard to find Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So I also would like to ask, after this is learning opportunity for you, and it is obviously different than what we learn in school, and we will carry this what we learned whole our life. So how it will be for you? What the things you would like to bring back to your hometown?
Well, I think yeah, the way they treat people, the hospitality. I know Ukrainians there also have this kind of tradition, but I would say their attention to each guest and to their needs, to make sure everyone feels comfortable. And I don't know, it's kind of a special atmosphere that I've never felt even in some Ukrainian houses, to be honest. yeah, that you like. It looks like you are the house owner of the house, but not the person you came to. Yeah, so that's the main thing that I think that I will bring to my country. Yeah, and also some cool memories that I got here from small trips with other volunteers and some cool and funny moments.
Okay, thank you. Actually, that you mentioned as end of your answer about memories. So my next question was this actually. What was the thing you would like to remember after your project?
Well, I think it was, I'm here just like 3 weeks, but I got so many memories with the volunteers. We had so many funny moments, photos and everything that makes me like to like remember those things and moments with a smile and with the love sometimes. Yeah, and I think that those people that I have met here, and I hope that I will stay with them like in the friendship for a long time, even though they will return to their home country. Yeah, so I want to explore all the Turkey and make new friends there also.
Thank you. So I have one last question. Actually, not a question, but I wonder what you can suggest to upcoming volunteers.
Interesting. I think not to be afraid of not having friends or to have a language barrier here, because people are very welcoming and they will do everything for you to feel comfortable, even though your English is not that professional, and Turkish as well. So they will help you anyway, and just take a risk. You're young and you have to like if you decided to dedicate your personal mission to volunteer to help people around the world, which is also a great opportunity to travel for you and learn a new language, just go ahead.
Thank you. So we have one last game for you. It calls like one feeling, one memory. Now like there's a ball of feelings. I would like you get one and tell us any story of your volunteering related to this feeling.
Happy.
Happy. So your happiest moment in your volunteering.
I think that I first came to kindergarten with Dominica. It was my first time being in Turkish kindergarten, and I was super curious to know how it's all inside and how they sleep, what they eat, like their adults, how they care about them, and like in general, what they do there. Yeah, and to my surprise, they started to hug me, to like greet me, and they were like that energy was super nice, and I still remember that. And once you came, they hug you, they want to tell you something, you don't, even though you say that you don't understand in Turkish, they still continue to say something. Yeah, and once you say goodbye, they also hug you, also say güle güle, and it's so cute, and I still remember that because like kids always bring some cool energy. So yeah, and especially foreign kids that you had no idea how they like their upbringing